best ways to manage your spending? Well, I've got the best solution. Gareth as well. We just don't go to the shops. Okay? Send the wife. No, I'm joking. You have to go to the shops. But the point is, and there are lots of different ways of doing it. So the one way of doing it, particularly with things that you're not going to die without. So food, it's different. You need the food. But when it comes to clothes, if you see something you like, make a decision that you're not going to buy it the day you see it. Okay? It's still going to be there next week. Okay? Edgar's, Woolworths, Truist, they've got lots of those things. When you go back the next week, it's still there. Okay? But go back and think, okay, this item is 600 Rand. What else could I do with the 600 Rand? So I either have this new shirt, new jersey, or I've got the 600 Rand to do something else with, like put away for my holiday to the Eastern Cape, buy a uniform for the kids next year, whatever that is going to be. So you have to make that tough decision. So the one way of helping you is, I call it the 7-day rule. If you see something this Saturday, you don't buy it until next Saturday. But then you must think about what you're giving up to own that item. Because it's either this or it's that. Okay? And you find if you do that, you'll buy a lot less things. Because you've got time to think about it and you'll change your mind on a lot of those things. Nah? One of my clients, she had a problem with spending, and it's much easier to spend on a card than it is cash. So if I went like this to you, took 350 Rand out my wallet and threw it down the toilet, you'd be, if I took my credit card and threw it on the ground, you'd go, what's the big deal? We don't think we're spending money when we use a card. We don't realize we're spending money. It's easier to spend money. One of my clients, what she did, have you ever heard of freezing your credit card or freezing a card? Poured a liter of water in a 2-liter ice cream thing, let it freeze. Forget deep freezing, freeze solid. Then she takes her card, she puts a card on top of that 1 liter of frozen water on that ice, puts another liter in, puts it back in the freezer. Now it's a frozen credit card. Okay? So why does she do this? Because if she sees something that she really likes, she knows she's got a problem with spending. She then has to come home and she's got to defrost her credit card. And while it's defrosting, she starts thinking, oh, maybe it's not such a good idea. And by the time it's defrosted, she's able to make a better decision. Okay, so I'm just giving you maybe a silly example. The other difficulty with your money is ngabantwana. Who here can say to their kids when they ask for something, no, sorry, you're not getting it?
Not at times.
Kunzima, ne? Hey, Kunzima. Kunzima, they want that new cell phone, the new tackies, the new whatever, and it's difficult. So the only way you're ever going to get around that is you've got to help them understand money from a young age. Start showing them and explaining to them how money works. Even if you've got to do a budget with them. My kids, from when they were about 7, 8, 9 years old, I've got 3 boys, they're now 21, 19 and 17. But when they were small, we already started talking about money. Little decisions, or maybe big decisions, like we're going to buy a new fridge, but we need to put away 300 Rand a month until we've got enough to go and buy that fridge. It's called delayed gratification. The problem with people today is if you want something, you can get it right now. So if I see something I want, I can buy it and it's here. Take a lot, deliver. I don't know how long it takes. Maybe it's a day or 2 days. It's there. I don't even need to leave my house. It's very easy to buy stuff anytime, anywhere. So we've got to be careful of that. We've got to make sure our children understand that money is limited. Okay? So one of the exercises you can do, and I've done this quite successfully with young kids, I'm talking kids that are in junior school still, you say to them, Mom and Dad, we're going to show you what happens to our money. And you show them your money that you've got for the month. Okay, I'm not suggesting go and draw all the money that you've got. I'm just saying if you earn, say, 10,000, then take 1,000 Rand and you divide everything by 10 as you're showing them. You say, right, so the first thing we've got to do, the rent, nah? There's the rent. Second thing we've got to do is the electricity, okay? And then we've got to pay your school fees. And you start counting out the money and explaining to them where all the money goes. That's where it's going. And then you get to the end and you say, right, this is now what's left. This is for school, tuck, shop, whatever. So Bakanda, they see, hang on, there's not like just endless amounts of money. And start talking to them. Make sure they understand that if they, you guys probably think I've got a lot of money now. I just took all this out my wife's wallet before I came.
There you go.
Yeah. You can go and fuzz one then. It's not mine. So guys, yeah, it's just really about understanding that whole issue. And the sooner the kids learn, the better. And I promise you, they are much smarter than we think. Don't be scared to start teaching them about money. Every decision you make, get them involved. I don't mean everyone, but when you go, take them shopping. Let them have a look at the prices. Let them see what it costs. Have a budget. Say we're going to spend 1,000 Rand on food. That's it. So if they want a chocolate, that means there's now 980 left for the other stuff. So they start understanding. The sooner they do that, the better for them, but also the better for you. It's going to be easier for you in the long run. Okay.